am not a mushy-gushy person. So when it comes to communications with kids, I do not do baby talk. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It is Lydia, thanks for joining me. And in today's video, we're gonna go over some effective communication styles or skills that I like to implement. I am not a mushy-gushy person, and when I think of baby talk, that's what I think of. I think of, ooh, you're so cute, I wanna like squish your cheeks, and they do the whole goo goo gaga thing. I can't do it. When I talk to children, no matter what age, it is very, of course I'll be animated with my talking, with my hands and stuff, but I talk to them as if they're a person. So, hey, how are you? When I talk to toddlers who can't talk back, it's like, hey, I love your outfit. Like, it's still playful, but it's not like I'm talking to them like they don't understand or don't comprehend. I talk to them very direct. A lot of my family, not a lot, a majority, I guess, is a lot. I've walked in and noticed that they do baby talk or baby talk with their kids. And what that really means is that they shorten the English word for some reason. So instead of water, it's wawa. Do you want some wawa? Or binky or bottle, it's baba. So they give nicknames to things that don't necessarily need nicknames. And then they also just don't talk to them as if they comprehend anything, which can be not fair to the child. I've noticed in my experiences that they comprehend everything that we are saying and what we're talking about when we talk to them as people. So when I babysit, I make sure that I'm not nicknaming anything. It is perfectly okay and it's perfectly fine if children have nicknames for things. I don't want to get confused. It is okay if a child cannot completely say a word so that they gave it a nickname. That is understandable because of speech development, right? It is not okay if we as adults are going around nicknaming things. So if a child can't completely say water and they're saying wa or wawa, that is fine, but I'm going to refer to it as water when talking to them. That way that they understand, and as they grow, they understand that we're not keeping that nickname. You are expected to eventually say water. It is very cute when kids do say nicknames, like Nana always gets me. Can I have a Nana? It's cute when they're younger, but you don't see any grown adult going around calling bananas nanas. So if one of them asks for a banana and they say Nana, I will look at them and say, of course you can have a banana. Do you mean to say banana? Can you try to say banana? That way that they're understanding that. Again, as we grow up, we're expected to say banana, the full word. As I've noticed, I think only one or two of my kids, they got to a certain age where it wasn't cute. They were fully speech developed, and they were still nicknaming things, and that wasn't appropriate. It wasn't age appropriate. And the parents had a hard time. They knew how to say it correctly, but had a hard time getting them to correctly say the word. So making sure that kids understand like what words are and what they mean, I guess you'd say. Make sure that they understand that as they grow and develop and are able to start saying these things, they're saying the correct terms. Another communication tool that I use to make sure that I'm helping them understand me a little bit better is that giving them simple and direct directions can help a lot as well. So instead of saying, hey, go get ready for the park, we're going to leave soon, that can be very overwhelming to a kid. They don't really know exactly what all that entails. Do they like grab water and a snack? Do they need to? So instead of letting them ponder that or have questions about it, I will say, hey, I need you to go get your shirt and your shorts on, please. I need you to get out of your PJs and into some clothes. Then once they're done with that, give them another task. Okay, great, you look great. I love the outfit you chose. Can you please go get your socks and shoes? If you need help, I am open to help. Just let me know. Once that's done, okay, why don't we grab a snack together? What snack would you like? This or that? That way you're not giving them too many options, they're not overwhelmed, but that they can still feel like they're choosing their snack. And then you fill up a water bottle and you guys are good to go out the door. But instead of making that major request of, hey, go get ready for the park, you're really simplifying and being direct about what you're expecting from the children. Do you guys have kids in the why stage right now? Because I do. I have plenty of kids in the why stage right now. Why do I have to do this? Why does that happen? Why does that do that? Why does the sun go from that side to that side? It is never ending. And as much as it can be frustrating, I don't like to kill their curiosity because that is what helps kids grow. Although, when I explain stuff, there's only so much you can explain until you have to say, that's just how it is, right? Why does a plant grow? Well, a plant grows because blah, blah, blah. And then you get to that end of like explaining everything and it's like, well, why? What do you mean, why? There's nothing else to explain. That's just how it happens. But when I'm going through that explanation, I really make sure that I'm using vocabulary that they understand. I make sure that I'm explaining and really answering their question, make sure that they don't have any more questions. But really using vocabulary they understand is important when you're going through that process with them. Even when you're not answering their why questions, but you're talking to them about things that are going on or is happening around us, and they ask for you to explain, or if you need them to do something and you need to explain it, explaining it with simple vocabulary that they will understand. Sometimes repeating yourself when explaining things can also help a lot. Sometimes when my kids ask me something, I'll say something, and it looks like they're taking their time to let it register in their brain. So I'll say it again a little bit slower than they usually get it. And also helping them understand something may not be you explaining it, but maybe you showing them. So I had a child once ask me how the gears in a bicycle worked, and instead of trying to explain it to them, we went over to their bike and we moved the pedal around and we talked about the different gears and the chain and how this piece moves that piece, and they got it, they understood it right after we were done looking at the bike. So showing things to kids may help them understand a bit better rather than explaining it to them. And vice versa. If you are having trouble understanding a child, I have a lot of my younger kids. I have a 2-year-old, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys, a 2-year-old who has a southern accent. Now it's hard to understand a 2-year-old on their own, but you throw a southern accent in there and it's like, I'm guessing. It's a guessing game at that point of what she's trying to tell me. So instead of her telling me or explaining it to me, at a certain point I'll just be like, show me what you're talking about. And that way usually it helps eliminate that confusion between me and her. And then when she does show me, I explain it to her so that next time maybe she can explain it the same way back. Because sometimes kids don't have the words to describe what they're thinking or feeling or wanting. Just like you and I may forget a word. What's that word? What am I trying to think of? What am I trying to say? Kids do that too all the time. And they have a smaller vocabulary than we do. So those words are more important than the ones we have. Usually we have synonyms that can go and replace the word that we're thinking of. Children don't always have that, so they get lost in what they're trying to say. All of these communication skills that I'm talking about, or tactics, can really help kids understand that their words have power too and have meaning. I'm sure you guys know this and have experienced this, a lot of kids whine. They think that'll get exactly what they need, that'll get somebody's attention. Not exactly. I don't respond to whining. I do respond to kids asking me to pay attention to them and then start to ask a question. And my kids know that because when I talk to them, I make sure I have their full attention, that I have their eyes on me, and then I go ahead and ask my question. A lot of my kids caught on that the same needs to happen with me. If they're trying to get my attention, they need to make sure that I'm looking at them, that I am paying attention solely on them and what they have to say. If I'm busy doing something, they say, "Excuse me, Miss Lydia," or can I ask a question real quick, or something along that line, so that I can stop what I'm doing real quick, pay full attention on them, and help them with what they need. I've seen a lot of my kids actually take that and use it with their friends or their siblings. And I think that's great that we're starting to move out of that whining phase to get what they want or to get the attention that they're looking for. And they're actually saying, "Excuse me, so-and-so, I'm talking to you. Can you please pay attention?" And they're starting to use their words to communicate what they really need and want. All right, sitters. So that is my communication tactics for when talking to kids and helping them understand that I don't do the baby talk, and getting them to understand that their words mean just as much as my words mean, right? I need to know what they're thinking and saying and wanting just as much as they need to know what I'm thinking and wanting from them. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.